Hello guys, welcome back to another lesson with me. So today we are tackling March 2023 common test KZ, and this is for grade 10, guys. So we're going to start with question number 1. So question number 1 reads as follows: if x is an element of -2, 2, 4, and 5, choose the value of x from the given set that will make the expression of root of 18 divided by 4 minus x be 1.1 rational, 1.1.2 undefined, 1.1.3 irrational, and 1.4 non-real. So guys, I'm going to start with -2 and see if -2 is gonna be rational, undefined, irrational, or non-real. Okay, let's substitute. I'm going to write on this side. Let's write here, guys. It's gonna be 18 divided by 4 minus x. So where there is x, I'm going to where there is x, I'm going to substitute -2. Because as you can see that x is an element of -2, 2, 4, and 5. So I'm going to substitute. I'm going to start with negative. I'm going to start with -2. Let's see. 18 divided by 4 minus 2. And it's gonna be 18 over 6, and the answer is going to square root of. Answer is square root of 3. And we know that square root of a prime number is what? Is irrational. Square root of a prime number is irrational. Any number that cannot be a fraction is what? Is irrational. Meaning that this -2 here, the value of x here is what? Is -2. Make the expression be what? Irrational. So irrational answer is gonna be negative. It's gonna be -2. Yeah, so let's move to 2 now, guys. So I'm going to substitute 2 now. I am going to substitute 2 now, guys. Listen attentively. 18 4 minus 2. Now we are substituting what? Where there is x, we are substituting 2. So it's gonna be 18 over 2, 9. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be 3. And the 3 can be written what? 3 can be fraction. So 3 divided by 1 is gonna be what? It is fraction. So we know that any number that can be written in the form of a over b is rational number. And natural numbers, integers, and whole numbers, they also fall under what? Under rational, meaning that to make the expression be what? Be rational. So let's move to another element here. So now I'm going to substitute 4. Where there is x, I'm going to put what? I'm going to put 4. 18 4 minus 4. 18 over what? Over 0. This is math error. And know that, okay, any number divisible by 0 is it's undefined. When you put this in your calculator, it's gonna give you what? It's gonna give you math error. And we know that any number divided by 0 is what? Is undefined. So 4 will make the expression be what? Undefined. I'm going to put 4 here. So now we are left with 5. I'm going to substitute 5. I am going to substitute 5. I'm going to substitute 5 now. 18 4 minus 5. It's going to be 18 over -1 minus minus 18. And we know that a square root of a negative number is what? Is non-real. Non-real. A square root of negative number is non-real, meaning that our 5 will make the expression be what? Will be non-real. So we are done with question with 1.1. Now let's proceed to 1.2. So now let's proceed to 1.2. 1.2 reads as follows: between which two consecutive natural numbers does cube root of 40 lie? Show all your workings out and do so without the use of a calculator. So we need to look for two natural number does this cube root of 40 lie. The first thing that we need to do now is to know the equivalent of what? Of cube root of what? Of 40. So I'm going to put 40 here. So cube root of 40 is equivalent to 3,42. So the number behind what is the natural number behind 3,42, and what is the number after 3,42? The number behind is what? Is 3, and the number after is what? Is 4. So now let's move to 1.3. 1.3. So 1.3 is factorize the expression fully. Factorize. Now we are factorizing. Factorize. So we know that when we factorize by taking out the common factor. We factorize by taking out the common factor. So 1.3.1 is x to the exponent of 4 minus what? Minus 16. Whenever you see a square number and negative, just know that this is what? This is a difference of two squares. So go x 4. I know that 16 is what? Is 4 to the exponent of what? Of 2. Let me finish it on the other side. Let me quickly rub this so that I can finish it on the other side. So it's gonna be x to the exponent of 4 to the exponent of this. I know this is a difference of what? This is a difference of 2 squared, because 16 what is a square number. 16 is 4 to the exponent of 2. First brackets I have x squared, because x squared times x squared is going to give me x to the exponent of 4. And on the first bracket I'll have minus 4, and then I'll have plus what? Plus 4. Guys, you must be careful on this one. We are not done yet. We are not done. This is still a difference of two squares, because 4 is a what? It's a square number, and we have negative. Okay, guys, so it'll be x. This 4 is what? Is 2 to the exponent of 2. Is gonna have x minus 2, x plus 2, x squared plus what? Plus 4. And then we are done now. So let's proceed to 1.3.2. 1.3.2. 6z squared y minus 10zy plus 15z minus 20 minus 25. Guys, in grade 10, whenever you see 4 terms, Just know that we are factorizing in groups. We are factorizing in groups, and our group consists of two terms. We're going to factorize in groups. We're going to start with the first two. We are going to start the first two terms. What's the common factor here? The first two terms. What's the common factor here? Any number that goes into 6z squared y and 10z and 10z while leaving no remainder, it's gonna be 2zy. So we know that when we factorize, we know that we divide each term by what? By a common factor. We divide each term by what? By a common. This divide by this. Or let me wrap this so that I can show you how you factorize, how you do it, so that it won't be confusing to you guys. So this one, we divide, when we factorize, we divide by a common factor, right? This divided by what? By this is gonna be 6z squared y divided by 2zy. 6 divided by 2 is gonna be 3. Z squared divided by z is gonna be z. And then y will cancel each other. And then minus, let me come to this one. 10zy divided by 2zy. 10 divided by 2 is what? Is 5. And then z is going to be cancelled. Y is going to be cancelled. And I'm left with what? With 5. So we are done with the first two terms. Now we're going to factorize the remaining two terms. What's the common factor here? Any number or variable that goes into 15z and 25 and leave no remainder, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be plus 5. We know that when we factorize, we divide each term by what? By a common factor. My common factor is 5. It's gonna be 15z divided by what? Divided by 5. 15 divided by 3 is gonna be 3z minus 25 divided by 5 is what? Is 5. To know that we have factorized correctly, you can prove this if you want to. When you multiply this by this must give you this, and this must give you this and this must give you this, and this and that must give you that, and the brackets, what's in the brackets must be the same to ensure that we have factorized correctly. So let's conclude now. 2zy plus 5 and then 3z. We're going to take one bracket, and then that's it. Now let's move to 1.4.1, guys. Now let's move to 1.4.1. Let's move to guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and hit the notification bell to be notified of our future uploads. Now let's proceed to 1.4. 1.4 said simplify. Simplify the following expression fully. 1.4.1. M minus 4n m squared plus 4mn plus 16 n squared. The question says simplify. We're going to multiply out. Whenever you see two brackets, We know that brackets means multiplication. We're going to multiply out now. I'm going to multiply this m with everything that is on my other brackets. Let's start here. I'm going to say m multiplied by m squared is going to be m to the exponent of 3. M times 4mn is going to be 4m squared n. So m times 16n squared is going to be 16n squared m. So now we are done with m. So now we're coming to minus 4n. Minus 4n times m squared, it's gonna be minus 4m squared n. Negative 4n times 4mn, it's gonna be negative 16n squared m. Negative 4n times, so negative 4n times, can use the calculator. So for negative 4n times 16n squared is gonna be negative 16n to the exponent of what? N to the exponent of 3. N to the exponent of 3. So now we're going to group the like term. This one does not have a friend. I'm gonna write it down as it is. So 4m squared n minus 4m squared is what? Is 0. This will cancel each other. Is 0. 16n squared m minus 16n squared m, 0. Going to cancel it, and we are left with minus 16 and 3. And that's it. We are done. So we are done with this one. We are done. So let's proceed to 1.4.2. So let's proceed to 1.4.2. 1.4.2. 2x minus 3 to the exponent of 2. Yeah, we are multiplying out here too, but we need to start by expanding. We have 2x minus 3 over 2 to the exponent of 2, meaning that we have 2x minus 3 minus 3 over x twice. So I'm going to 2x, I'm going to expand first. I am going to expand first, guys. This is so simple. This is so simple. So I'm done with expanding. So let's multiply out now. 2x times 2x is what? Is 4x. It's 4x squared. So 2x times, I'm going to write it on the side to show you how you are supposed to tackle it, right? So I'm going to write it here. It's going to be 2x times minus 3 over x. We know that this number multiplies what? A numerator, right? 2x times minus 3 is gonna be negative 6x divided by what? By x, and then x and x will cancel. I'll be left with what? Minus 6. And we are done with 2x now. Let's come to minus 3 over x. This one multiplied by this one is the same as this one. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be minus 6. And then the remaining one now is this one. Negative 3 over x times negative 3 over x times negative 3 over x. Negative times negative is what? Is positive. 3 times 3 is going to be 9 over x, what? 9 over x squared. Here it's going to be plus 9 over x squared. And the final answer is going to be 4x squared minus 12 plus 9 over x, 9 over x, 9 over x squared. So we are done with so we are done with 1.4.2. Now let's proceed to 1.4.3. Let's proceed to 1.4.3 now. Let's proceed. I'm going to wrap this so that we can start. I hope hopefully you can understand this, guys. You can understand this. So let's proceed. So let's proceed to 1.4.3. Let's proceed to 1.4.3. Let's proceed to 1.4 is x squared minus 4x x 3 minus 1 x minus 1 x minus 1 minus 2 x squared plus x plus 1. So here it is. The first thing we need to do when we see like an expression like this, what you need to do is to start by factorizing where factorize is needed. That's the first thing you need to do. So you can factorize where factorize is needed. But if you see minus and if you see plus, just know that we are going to look forward for the lowest common LCD. We're going to look for the lowest common denominator, right? But let's start by factorizing where factorization is needed. Factorization is needed. It's needed here, but I will leave this one out. I will do it later. I will start by factorizing the denominator. Factorization is needed here. Factorization is needed here. I don't know where I can factorize this. Let me start by factorizing this here. I don't know if you can see. X3 minus 1. When we factorize cube, we need to look for any number to the exponent of 3 that's gonna give me what? That's gonna give me 1. It is what? It is that one. Because x3, 1 to the exponent of 3 is what? Is 1 to the exponent of 3 is 1. My first bracket will have x minus 1. So what I'm going to do to get the values on the second bracket, I'm going to square this x. I'm going to x to the exponent of 2. I'm going to square, it's going to be x squared here. And then to get the middle value here, I'm going to multiply this to negative 1 times x is going to be minus x. But when you write it down here, it must change the sign. It's going to be positive x. And then to get the last one, you need to square this one. Don't forget to put it in a bracket, guys. It's gonna be negative 1 to the exponent of 2, which is what? Which is positive 1. You are going to put this is equivalent to what? To this one. That's the first step you need to do. So sorry guys. So x squared minus 4x. I'm going to put this here. X minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1 minus 1 over x minus 1. This I can't factorize this, so I'm going to write it as it is. Plus plus 1. So we are done now. The next step now we are going to look for, so we are done now. The next step we are going to look for the lowest common LCD. So LCD, if they are not the same, we're going to, if they're the same, we're going to take one bracket. But if they're not the same, we're going to take everything, right? So my LCD is gonna be x minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1. I'm going to take one of this because this and this is what is the same. I'm taking one of this because this and this what is the same. So now let's start. This and this will cancel. This is the same as this divided by this. See? It's gonna give me 1. And then I'm going to multiply the 1 with this. Oh, and let me write it down so that we can understand. X squared minus 4 minus 4x. So this one and this one will cancel. I will remain with this. And I'm going to multiply this with what? With 1. X squared plus x plus 1. And then this and this will cancel. Left with this, I'm going to multiply this with what? With 2 of the x minus 2. I hope you understand this, because this can be tricky, more especially to most learners. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to multiply out. 1 times this is going to be x squared. 1 times this is going to be minus 4x. Negative 1 times this is going to be minus x squared. Negative 1 times this is going to be minus x. Minus 1 times minus is going to be minus 1. Negative 2 times x is going to be minus 2x. Negative 2 times 2 is going to be positive 4. Everything divided by x minus 1, x squared plus x plus what? Plus 1. So now I'm going to group the like term. So this one and this one will cancel. Minus 4x minus x is minus 5x. Is minus 5x minus 2x is gonna be minus 7. It's gonna be minus 7x. And then negative 1 plus 4, it's gonna be 3. Everything divided by x minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1. And then that's it. So last question is 1.5 now. And then last question. Last question, 1.5. 1.5. It reads as well. Determine without the use of a calculator 2023 divided by 2022 squared minus 1. It's gonna be, guys, we know that this is not tricky at all. We know that this on the denominator is what is a difference of what? Of a 2 squared, because of 22 to the power 2 minus 1. And we know that 1 is a what? Is a square number, right? I told you, whenever you see negative square number and x to the exponent of 2, 4, 6, you see, those prime numbers, exponent of a prime number. Just know that it is a what? It is a difference of 2 squares. 2023. So I'm going to open 2 brackets. Denominator is going to be 2022 minus 1. 2022 plus what? Plus 1. 2023. 2022 minus 1 is what? Is 2021. 2022 plus 1 is 2023. So this and this will cancel. I'll be left with 1 over 2020. I'll be left with 1 over 2021. Guys, so that's it. I'm going to separate. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe for more videos. I'm going to continue with question 2, solve for x on another video. Please watch all our videos for question 2 and question 3. So that's it. Thank you and have a good day.